I'm honored today to be joined by two of America's closest allies, Australia and the United Kingdom, to launch a new phase of the trilateral security cooperation among our countries. As Prime Minister Morrison and Prime Minister Johnson said, I want to thank you for this partnership, your vision as we embark together on this strategic mission. Although Australia, the UK, and US partnership, AUKUS, it sounds strange and all these acronyms, but it's a good one. AUKUS, our nations will update and enhance our shared ability to take on the threats of the 21st century, just as we did in the 20th century, together. Our nations and our brave fighting forces have stood shoulder to shoulder for literally more than 100 years. Through the trench fighting in World War I, the island hopping in World War II during the frigid winters in Korea, and the scorching heat of the Persian Gulf. The United States, Australia, and the United Kingdom have long been faithful and capable partners, and we're even closer today. Today, we're taking another historic step to deepen and formalize cooperation among all three of our nations, because we all recognize the imperative of ensuring peace and stability in the Indo-Pacific over the long term. We need to be able to address both the current strategic environment in the region and how it may evolve, because the future of each of our nations, and indeed the world, depends on a free and open Indo-Pacific enduring and flourishing in the decades ahead. This is about investing in our greatest source of strength, our alliances, and updating them to better meet the threats of today and tomorrow. It's about connecting America's existing allies and partners in new ways and amplifying our ability to collaborate, recognizing there is no regional divide separating the interests of our Atlantic and Pacific partners. Indeed, this effort reflects a broader trend of key European countries playing an extremely important role in the Indo-Pacific. France, in particular, already has substantial Indo-Pacific presence and is a key partner and ally in strengthening the security and prosperity of the region. The United States looks forward to working closely with France and other key countries as we go forward. And finally, this initiative is about making sure that each of us has a modern capability, the most modern capabilities we need to maneuver and defend against rapidly evolving threats. AUKUS will bring together our sailors, our scientists, and our industries to maintain and expand our edge in military capabilities and critical technologies such as cyber, artificial intelligence, quantum technologies, and undersea domains. Now, as a key project under AUKUS, we are launching consultations with Australia's acquisition of conventionally armed nuclear-powered submarines for its Navy, conventionally armed. I want to be exceedingly clear about this. We're not talking about nuclear-armed submarines. These are conventionally armed submarines that are powered by nuclear reactors. This technology is proven, it's safe. And the United States and the UK have been operating nuclear-powered submarines for decades. I have asked Secretary Austin of the Department of Defense to lead this effort for the U.S. government in close collaboration with the Department of Energy and the Department of State. Our governments will now launch an 18-month consultation period to determine every element of this program, from workforce to training requirements to production timelines, to safeguards and non-proliferation measures, and to nuclear stewardship and safety to ensure full compliance with each of our nation's commitments under the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty. We'll all undertake this effort in a way that reflects the long-standing leadership in global non-proliferation and rigorous verification standards, in partnership and consultation with the International Atomic Energy Agency. So I want to thank the Prime Minister Morrison and Prime Minister Johnson for their friendship, but mostly important for their leadership and partnership as we undertake this new phase of our security cooperation. And the United States will also continue to work with ASEAN and the Quad, as was stated earlier, our 5 treaty allies and other close partners in the Indo-Pacific, as well as allies and partners in Europe and around the world to maintain a free and open Indo-Pacific and build a future of peace, opportunity for all the people of the region. We're joining together, partnerships are getting stronger. This is what we're about. I want to thank you all, and I look forward to seeing both of you in person very soon, I hope. Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. President, did you tell President Xi when you spoke to him last week?
Are boosters still rolling out next week?
You have been listening to a major national security announcement. President Biden, joined by the leaders, the prime ministers of the United Kingdom and Australia, announcing that the U.S. and U.K. will help Australia acquire and deploy nuclear-powered submarines. That's different than a nuclearly armed submarine, but we'll talk more about that. This is a serious step about countering the increasing flexing of muscle by China in the Pacific. So let's get you up to speed. And frankly, we need to take a moment here and acknowledge that the United States on foreign policy has to a great degree been focused either on counterterrorism, the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, and the threat from Russia. We haven't really, in the news media, focused a great deal on China. So let's talk about how big a deal this is. The U.S. is going to help Australia, and the U.K. are going to help Australia get nuclear-powered submarines. That doesn't mean a nuclear-armed submarine, right?
It does not. That's a very important distinction, which, as we note, the president took care to make. It is a big deal, no matter how you look at it on several levels. First, in my mind, it really breathes life into the notion of a pivot to Asia, which we've been talking about for a long time.
For decades, yeah.
For decades. And it's a very bold step for the Australian government, the Australian people to take. It conveys...
Why is it a bold step?
Well, the notion of nuclear capabilities are somewhat controversial. They certainly weren't in New Zealand, for example, which, of course, is not part of this. So I just think that, and the fact that given the dependence that Australia has on China for its economy, it's a bold step because clearly the Chinese will view this as provocative, and they should. It also, I think, demonstrates a real pivot away from the distractions that you mentioned, Afghanistan, counterterrorism, into a strategic relationship that we've always had a close relationship with Australia, clearly. Certainly, I can attest to in the intelligence domain. This will profoundly buttress the capability of the Australian Navy, and in a sense expand the size of the fleet available, of the attack submarine fleet available to the United States, because we are so interoperable. So in my mind, in several levels, a really big deal, and coincidentally coming on the right, timed to coincide with the 70th anniversary of the ANZUS Treaty, the Australia, New Zealand, U.S. treaty. So it's yet another layer of the intimate partnership we have with Australia and the UK.